If you want news and rumors that appeal, welcome to the Dusty Wheel.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. Good night from the Dusty Wheel. And as we say around here, smash to black.
If you want news and rumors that appeal, welcome to the Dusty Wheel.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. Good night from the Dusty Wheel. And as we say around here, smash to black.
3 weeks ago, in dramatic fashion, you watched Taylor break down the original Dusty Wheel set. And tonight, you were promised a new a season 2 of the Dusty Wheel. Well, tonight is not that night. Taylor has failed this fandom. Taylor has failed Ryan Timms. Who else has Taylor failed? We'll find out tonight. Welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. I'm your host, the Innkeeper, and this is our live call and talk show all about the Wheel of Time in our temporary home here at the Dusty Wheel. That's right. Stuff has changed, but stuff is the same. We have not achieved that moment just yet, but it is on its way. Taylor and I are working to get that set up and running. It's just going to take time, guys, and we need to come back and have some Dusty Wheel without that. So this is the temporary Dusty Wheel, if you will. But tonight is not about the set. That's right. Although I'll get Taylor on and laugh about what just happened. But tonight is actually for a discussion of WatCon. That's right. And to discuss the details and to break it all down, we'll open call lines. We'll have a lot of fun. To do that with me are two wonderful guests tonight, Brian and Nae'blis. How you both doing tonight?
I've been better.
That's true. You have been better.
I've been better. But I'm excited to be here. So
Taylor has failed Nae'blis and Brian too tonight. I'm sorry about that. You know, I hope
yeah,
you're
Taylor,
okay.
can you hear me? Taylor, you're a failure. I'm so disappointed in you. I'm not even mad. I'm just disappointed.
By the way, Ryan Timms is like, can I steal that? Or can I clip that audio? You should, right? Ryan, absolutely. Yes, Ryan, you can clip that audio. I was surprised. I thought I was going to laugh more during it. There was a moment where I almost busted out. That was fun. Yeah, go ahead. What were you going to say?
No, I was just going to say, oh.
No, I just remembered to unmute myself, so I was just really proud of myself since, yeah, that's a thing I forget to do. But yeah, go ahead.
I don't even remember what I was going to say.
Right.
I have to apologize to everybody. I found out I got back from my vacation and my entire family, we do this thing like every couple of years where we get the whole family and go. We all got COVID coming back from vacation. So I apologize that I look like this. If I sound like, what is going on?
Oh, look at that. We got a
There we
third
are.
guest.
Hey.
Whoa.
Rebecca from Reading the Pattern. What's up?
Showing up late. How's everyone doing?
Well, welcome, our third guest. Thank you for being here, Rebecca. Nae'blis, I know you were saying something. I
No,
don't know if you
yeah,
remember what it is we were saying. but go
I
ahead.
just have COVID, so I apologize.
Oh,
Yeah, it sucks.
Sorry, you're not feeling
I'm gonna be a
well.
that is
trooper.
crappy. Mm.
Yeah,
I'll be a trooper.
Nae'blis is being a trooper tonight.
already
Thank you very
are.
much for doing that. By the way, Taylor, Ryan Tim says you never have to apologize to Ryan Timms.
Thank you, Ryan.
Brian says thank you. Yeah, sorry, Nae'blis, you're obviously not feeling well. So, but thank you for being here and sticking in at least as long as you can. So,
Well, this is exciting though. We get to talk about stuff we've been.
I know. Are you ready
Yeah.
for this? Okay.
Yeah.
But before we do that, there's a little tiny bit of Wheel of Time news today. It was a What Wednesday. It was. It's nice, even though maybe Amazon's attention is, I don't know, elsewhere at the moment. I mean, what could they possibly be working on?
Hi everyone, all you
Oh, whoa! Let me play that. For
Marcus Rutherford. Hey, I'm Rafe Judkins.
Let me just reset that, and we'll play that here. If you haven't seen this. Okay, thank you, Instagram, for.
Rosamund Pike.
I'm Madeline Madden.
I'm Marcus Rutherford. Hey, I'm Rafe Judkins, the showrunner of Wheel of Time.
I just wanted to extend a huge thank you for all the support that you are showing. It's a great honour to be part of it, and thank you for showing us the love.
I just want to say a massive thank you to our devoted and lovely fans.
We do all the work we do so that you can enjoy it. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
The fans have surprised me by just being so supportive and excited by the show and supportive of us as actors.
They've been so patient for this, like so patient. I think seeing their excitement was just amazing.
Whenever I need to sort of reference something for the character, I can just go online. The fans have made all these amazing videos, and I can actually research my character through the fans' videos. Which, thank you guys. Thank you very much. It's very helpful.
Shout out to the fans. Thank you so much for supporting us. We just finished the second season, and I hope you like it too.
Hi everyone, all you Wheel of Time fans. I'm Rosamund.
Oh, hi, Rosamund. There you pause that again. So that was a nice little note on a What Wednesday. It's fun, at least, to kind of pull something in on a What Wednesday. So before we jump in, yeah, that was sweet, right?
They're all so cute.
Was that the first time had you all seen that before this?
Oh, I had not seen that.
I hadn't actually. No.
I actually haven't seen that, so that was cool.
There you go. Well, you're welcome.
Yeah, I thought that was charming.
that was not my gift to you, but I guess kind of.
You're passing it along.
I'm passing that along. Yeah, exactly.
Any news you have, I probably haven't heard. So, yeah.
Well, you're not here to talk about the show tonight. You're here to talk about the convention, WatCon. Everybody, yeah. Who's excited about this? I imagine definitely the four of us. WatCon coming July 8th to the 10th in this year. I mean, we're only how many weeks away are we now at this point?
Literally a month.
Or, yeah, it's a month.
I mean, it's June 8th. It's July 8th. We're a month away. Except
That's wild.
We had this, actually, we're here to let everybody know the con is canceled. That's actually what we're here to talk about.
Nae'blis trolling people.
I've told everybody for a while when we called it a con, we were not joking. We were just taking your money.
We did say that.
It was a con.
How many yachts did we buy with that money again?
So many.
Okay. Yeah.
But I like Jessica said, I said 29 days, by the way.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's
so
exciting.
I know fans have had tons of questions and probably submitted tons of questions to all of you. Rebecca, what would you say is the biggest question out there for fandom
People
when it
are
comes
just
to WatCon?
like, where's the program? What's happening? I need the program. So yes, which is, they don't realize that, but they're asking that to me because that's kind of my job. No, actually it's all of us. We've all been working on it. And yeah, I mean, we have news on that front to share tonight. So
yeah, let's do it. I want to jump into it. Like, I mean, let's show the schedule first and we can kind of speak to that here. And then we'll jump into some of the programming. If you're curious of what you might see, let's jump into that. So here's the schedule that I'm showing up here. You know, anyone want to speak to this? Nae'blis, you want to jump in or? Maybe explain what they're seeing.
So this is the really general overview. And I'll say, guys, everything outside of the starting and ending times are subject to change just because I always put that asterisk on all of the stuff you're going to see tonight will be somewhat subject to change. But yeah, I wanted to give people kind of a real high level overview of how the schedule is going to play out. Our opening ceremonies, one of the biggest differences with WatCon that I think will be different for most people that have been to other Wheel of Time cons is that our main sessions, so our opening ceremonies, main session 2, 3, and 4, are sort of for everybody to be at. Like they're designed that way. In fact, Brian and Rebecca have been working very, very hard to plan out. I suppose I should throw you in there too, Matt, because you're the MC. But to plan out really entertaining content that everybody will be present for. So, that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm actually excited for a lot of the stuff that we have planned. We're not going to get into too many of the specifics there because we want to keep it as a surprise, but I'll say this, it'll be fun.
So one of the things I note here is like the dinners. You're calling out kind of the dinners. Maybe for those that aren't following the con news and maybe don't know about this, maybe I don't know if you can explain that.
So yeah, if you throw that back up there, I'll talk to this. Oh, sorry.
Yeah. No
so the VIP dinner. So we're gonna have the panels on Friday. There'll be panels on Friday and Saturday. On Friday evening, the VIP dinner for those that bought a VIP ticket, which I have to say, we grossly underestimated the desire for that ticket. Because that is by far our largest purchase. So that is a dinner that you'll be at dinner with Mike and Kate, with Daniel, with all of us. It's a catered dinner. We'll just be hanging out together in a room. That's really what that is. It's just an extra dinner that's piled on. Anybody that is not on that VIP ticket, you'll be free to grab food elsewhere. There's plenty of restaurants around the con, but for those that purchase that ticket, that's what that dinner is. But when that is over, on that Friday, we've got, I'll say this, something that is up Matt and I's chain. We'll probably be doing like Friday is sort of like our chill night for everybody to hang out. For those of you that have been to these cons before, the most fun parts of them are hanging out with everybody. Like, am I wrong? Like to say that? Like,
no, that's totally true.
So we're gonna have a poker tournament that Friday night, Matt.
Oh, are we?
Oh,
nice. I didn't know that was planned. Okay, so cool. Poker tournament it is. I love it.
That's not for not everybody has to do that, obviously, but we'll have a game room. I just want to set up that Friday night to be the one where folks get to chill and hang out. Saturday, on the other hand, that dinner on Saturday is for everybody that bought a ticket. We'll be mixing the dinner and the program. So sorry, Matt, you don't get to eat.
So second dinner, if you will, that's for everyone. That's for everyone that has a ticket. Okay, cool.
Everybody that has a ticket, and the main session and dinner will go on simultaneously. So, we'll have everybody will be eating, and then while we're in the room eating, the programming will start. So we'll get to eat while we're watching it, and then that will all transition into a lot of fun stuff. Like I'll give again the high level overview. I don't want to spoil everything, but it'll be we've got DJ Nae'blis, who actually is a DJ, by the way. I know people are probably shocked by that. I actually am a DJ. I DJ
you just
weddings.
do all these things.
DJ Nae'blis. Okay, yeah, I gotta ask everybody.
DJ Nae'blis.
Who knew Nae'blis was a DJ? Yeah.
There's probably a couple out there, but yeah, so that'll be a lot of fun, and then we'll kind of have events going into the evening where we'll be up till all ungodly hours of the night.
What? That never happens at cons,
right?
Nice. And I think those are what's interesting is, and I'll be really excited to kind of find out how that dinner goes that first night. Because that's like a different kind of feature of a con, which I like. It'll be kind of fun to have that moment where everyone's just still sitting there and kind of chilling out, but having dinner together. So yeah, that's gonna be great. Now, for you, Brian, is there anything that kind of for you is the most exciting part of the con that you can share with us at least?
Yeah, I think without getting too specific, I'm the most excited about the games. I'm really excited about the games. We're going to have a lot of fun with games at WatCon, and just getting into the details of it lately, I'm really excited. I think that they're going to be fun. I play a lot of games online with people, but I don't get to do it in person. And I think also just doing these live is going to be fun. Just watching them live will be fun. So yeah, I'm excited for that the most, I would say. Awesome. But on top of that, like we've got a lot of really fun stuff planned, and It's looking good.
Yeah, I like that you're teasing out what people might experience there. Now I know though, Rebecca, people don't want us to tease out like all of the programming. They wanted to know what they're going to see there. Why don't we jump into what some of these panels are? And I think I have the right one for the first one here. And now I'm like doubting myself.
It's
like,
okay.
No, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I'll show this one, and you kind of speak
it.
to these. I believe. Am I right? These are the kind of the earlier panels.
Yes, those are some of our first panels on Friday. And another thing that you don't see up here, just so I can share with you, is there is going to be like a fourth panel room. So you only see 3 here right now. That fourth panel room, a lot of the times, will be for like live recordings of things, whether it's podcasts or like the Way of the Leaf guys doing Watchonary, things like that. So that's going to be, there's always going to be kind of something going on in that fourth panel room as well, even if it's not up here right now. Just nice. FYI.
Yeah, and I'm actually kind of reading some of these for the first time now, which is a lot of fun. I like that we're getting at least a mix, if you will, into the writing and the shows. Was that on purpose? What can fans expect as far as like what's the mix going to be? Do you generally know of?
So I tried to, again, we have 4 panel rooms going at any time when we're not having a main stage session. So I tried to, like, in one of those rooms, to try to have something that's more like book related for people who might be a little bit more into that side of things. Definitely one of the rooms always has something going on that's show related. We kind of have like a wild card, like, fun and games kind of theme in one of the panel rooms as well at any given time. So that's kind of how I tried to like keep it like thematically focused, so you can mix it up and go in those directions. Or if you just are like, I'm only here for the fun and games, then I can just like stay in that room the whole time.
I did see some of these other panels that are coming up. I thought we'd jump in. I did see a note. Can fans actually find out more about these panels right now on the WatCon website?
So yes, asterisk. Like it's all there. Like I just spent a whole bunch of time like putting all these like up there as events. But, we have to make sure that it's like really easy to navigate and easy for people to see. And
Gotcha.
I'm not sure how much is happening on that yet, but like soon it should be like very accessible on the website. You'll be able to kind of poke through everything.
Now, I know, I'm sure I'm seeing lots of questions. And for those of you in chat, we'll jump to chat with questions here back and forth. We'll, like I said, open the phone lines in about 20-25 minutes, let you call in and ask some questions if you have it. But I'm curious, as people start to see this, I'm seeing some people in chat be like, oh, this looks really exciting, this is fun. Can people still buy tickets right now?
Yes, they can. However, I will say we are coming up here very shortly on the VIP ticket, on being able to get your t-shirt, because part of the VIP ticket is a t-shirt. We're coming up on our deadline to have that ordered in person by the time you get there. So if you sign up for the VIP, you may not get a t-shirt if you sign up late. But outside of that, the other thing to keep in mind is the hotel. We vastly oversold our hotel allotment on the block, which is awesome.
Right.
It is set. Our block was set to close on the 17th. So if you wanted to take advantage of our hotel block, it's set to close on the 17th. We may sell out of rooms quicker than that, though. So just an FYI.
So yeah, that's a good note for any slackers. Not like I wouldn't have bought a ticket yet, but any slackers out there that might not have bought a ticket yet might want to right after this if you're thinking about it, in order to make sure you can get that VIP ticket and the t-shirt. That's a good reminder. Now, I saw this question come up. Wolf Brother asked, can people volunteer at WatCon? Anyone want to jump in and give us some update about, if you want to volunteer, you're planning on going, what's the best way to be involved in that?
Well, ironically, he's Wolf Brother is the person running the volunteers, so he's probably the.
That is ironic. I didn't.
So just go bug Wolf Brother if you want to volunteer.
He is probably the best person to answer that question. But yes, you can volunteer. I actually don't know a ton about how that's set up, but I know you can volunteer. There is a application on the website to sign up to be a volunteer, and we do desperately need volunteers for various parts of the con. So. Yeah, that's about as much as I know. But
okay. And Wolf Brother sounds like Wolf Brother knows a lot in chat. If you want to ask, probably Wolf Brother here. Over 100 of you voted on this. Did you know Nae'blis was a DJ? 75% no. Said no, Nae'blis. So
didn't.
I'm kind of curious. We'll have to as we get later in the show, find out what your DJ name is. I saw this note here. You must be vaccinated to attend. Dana Liu, thanks for the. People are kind of probably wondering if what those guidelines are. And if I remember correctly, I think I saw something. Do they have to submit that before?
Yes.
Okay, so. Does anyone recall what the final date is for that to be submitted in order for someone to attend WatCon?
So, okay. It's a loaded question there. There is a date. It was set as the 17th of June. Okay. So here within the next next week or so. However, our registration software, we caught something that we're going to have to go back and fix with folks that bought multiple tickets. So like if you bought 3 or 4 tickets,
gotcha.
It only captured your information. And so we're actually in the middle of a technical fix to have that done. And so we may extend that deadline just because it's problematic and I don't know when that'll be done. So,
okay. So it looks like that if you haven't, but if someone has, for example, or is going to buy a ticket today, keep that in mind. If you're buying multiple tickets, you may have to, you may be contacted, or you may have to somehow work that out with the WatCon staff. But if you are buying a ticket today for yourself, it sounds like in the process of registering, do people upload? Is that how they upload kind of proof of vaccination?
Yeah. So when you register, you have a login to the website.
Okay.
To the WatCon website, and you'll upload and update things there. So
perfect. There's lots of questions coming in. I appreciate those tagging me in those questions because that really helps me kind of pull out your questions. But I do want to jump back to panels for a bit. I don't want to get too lost in the questions. We were going to answer as much as we can tonight. We still have at least an hour of the show left here. So, I mean, that doesn't mean Nae'blis will be sticking around the entire time, but he's hanging in there, which we really appreciate. But a lot of people, again, are really excited about what the panels are going to be, what's going to be talked about. I saw some questions out there. People are talking about virtual things. Tickets. We'll get to those questions a little bit later, but we did see your question, and we will tackle that topic. But here I noticed some other, some other panels, which I love this 5 minutes in heaven. Where did this idea come from? Do any of you,
remember who came up with that idea in the first place? So I don't know if anyone in the chat knows, throw it in there because I can't remember whose idea that was first. But this is actually one of my favorite ideas that we have for the panels because, we want to talk about, the various episodes of season 1, but we don't necessarily want to retread the same ground that has been covered many times in many ways. So the idea here is for each episode, imagine that Amazon has given us this gift. We get 5 extra minutes per episode, and it can be anything. So basically, if you could add any 5 minutes of time to episode 1, what would you cover? And so the panelists are going to have to make their case for, I think we need 5 minutes of, we need 5 more minutes of Pat and Thane, or, we needed 5 more minutes of Maureen at the beginning, whatever it is they think we need 5 more minutes of, and make their case for why. And then, so the different panelists are going to have different ideas, and we discuss, what's the best. And it's tough because you only have 5 more minutes. But on the other hand, you can do a lot with that if you're pretty creative.
I love it. Okay, Brian, I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Yes.
You can pick your episode.
Oh.
But give me a quick 5 minutes in heaven pitch for any episode of the show. What would your pitch be to change or to add 5 minutes to one of them? Do you have, or do you want me to give you a thought? Do you want me to let you think about that for a moment here and then we come back, or you got something immediately?
If you want, I can throw one out there. I don't want to be too negative. Let me just go with episode 1.
Okay, episode 1. What would you do? Yeah,
I would like to hear some Emmons Fielder reactions to Maureen and Land taking these people away.
I totally agree.
I got you.
I would like to spend 5 minutes on that.
That was what I wanted to. That's right.
Do you agree with Brian's pitch for 5 more minutes in episode
Just
1?
5 minutes.
Do you agree? Yeah, let's ask everybody here in chat. No, I love this idea of this panel. By the way, that's great. And of course, why do we hate Gawain? I mean, what Wheel of Time, what inaugural Wheel of Time convention would not be, which wouldn't be complete without a why do we hate Gawain panel.
Yeah.
So I like it. That's
so,
smart.
and we're going to prosecute and defend Gawain. So, I already have a prosecutor lined up, but I'm still working on the right defender. So we have to, got to get that someone strong in there. John from WatUp's not going to be there. So,
I know. I feel like that's an obvious one here.
Yeah, it would be. It would be.
Okay. So
that'll be a fun one.
Yeah.
It looks like, again, I like the mix, kind of having more of these kind of pitch panels happen. Obviously, post-canon speculation is a great one. Queerness in the Wheel of Time, excellent kind of discussion that I didn't get to see the one. I think they had a panel like this at JordanCon. So hopefully
this is definitely a topic that's obviously, people have discussed this before, but I feel like it's always fresh. And we have more to talk about now because the show has given us more to talk about.
That's true. Recently, right?
Yes. And yes, right. So I think it'll be interesting, and definitely we can pull on some of that recent stuff to make this an interesting.
This one's gonna be hard for me if these are paired against each other, post canon speculation.
I know. You're gonna have some tough choices to make. I'm sorry.
You have to choose. Yeah, I like it. I like it. Yeah.
People have had panels about it before, but I still feel like there's so much to delve into that I haven't heard yet. So I'm really looking forward to hearing new topics that I still haven't heard after going to those panels. So yeah.
This has definitely not been something that's been like, who killed Asmodean? Oh, well, by the way, spoilers. If you're just reading the books, sorry about that.
Asmodean died?
I know. I know. It's a shock. It's a shock.
Oh my God.
I know. Here's a couple more for those you're interested. I know this program is a big topic here. People were really excited about these. Maybe speak to your thoughts on these, Rebecca, as far as picking these panels for WatCon.
So again, you got like a book topic on the left there with, anything that's unsolved. We still have a lot of unanswered questions. And so there's a lot of different ways we can go with this. And, so that's going to be for people who are really into that, like, nerdy lore stuff, and we can go a lot of different directions with that. The show theories panel, this is where we really want more like unfounded speculation. Like anybody on the panel here doesn't have to have they don't have to be steeped in all the behind the scenes news or anything like that. Just like, what are your theories? Like, how is the show going to handle things in the next season? So this is going to be probably a season 2 focused panel. And then we're going to have another sort of counterpart to this panel where we're going to try to get some people who a little bit more expert opinion on what season 2 is going to shape up like. So that's that. And then mental health and the Wheel of Time, big topic. Lots to say there. Trying to get some expert opinions on that as well.
I do love when our viewers are like, obviously, the Innkeeper is ignoring the comment on the screen. Thank you, Dana Lou. I think of these, it's kind of one of these. It's like, what would I choose to go to? Again, I like that you're cross-scheduling things that I have a hard time choosing between. That makes it feel right, if that makes sense. Because otherwise, what would a good con be if you didn't have to choose between this kind of stuff?
Right.
I did see this question come up, and when it comes to the books and spoilers, are there going to be any panels that deal with the books that are not, full series spoilers, if you will?
Good question. I think is it probably a situation where if we're doing a book related panel and we're probably going to assume full book spoilers. However, I think it may make sense to poll the audience before we begin on a panel like that and make sure, if there happens to be someone in the room who has, only read through book, whatever, I think that can be taken into account depending on the panel. I mean, obviously, if we're talking about unsolved prophecies and such, that's full spoilers. You can't get around that. If we're talking about, I think it depends on the panel, but I think polling the audience might be relevant because you never know whether someone in there might be not all the way through the books if it's a book related.
That's a good thing. I mean, to note for as panelists come in. Yeah,
I was muted.
Go ahead.
I'll say this. I just realized I was muted and talking. our intention is to have some panels that are spoiler, not spoiler, right?
Yeah.
That you could go to. So,
Sure.
we want this to be friendly to those that are, having not read the books. I would always say be careful coming to any con.
Right.
You're probably not going to escape 100% of spoilers, but we can do our best.
Yep.
If it's a show related topic, then I think we can try to
Mhm.
keep that to a minimum. And,
Sure.
if we're talking about season 2, then, maybe just the relevant books, that we might be talking about there.
By
And
the
we
way,
do have games planned that are specific to season 1 that eliminate book spoilers. So like if you've seen season 1, however much of the books those games are safe for you. So we do have things like that.
One thing I will also add, Matt, because you had mentioned like you're having trouble choosing. One great thing here is that all of the panels are going to be recorded. And so for anybody that purchases a ticket and purchases the virtual ticket, so all of these will have
ticket.
access.
There you go. There's the answer to the question, that there will be a virtual ticket out there, it sounds like. And you will get access to the recorded panels. Is that what you're saying? Is that the okay?
Yeah. So if you
awesome.
miss some, you can go back and watch them. So
cool. Anas said, half an hour in, first I love blank. I was worried that the Innkeeper would say I love blank less, but who was I kidding? He might as well denounce. And I'm guessing it says, I think, his love for Lanfear first. That's what it says. Thank you, Anas. Thank you for the tip. And I don't know what this means. Jay Diggity, have a gift for you guys there. Tell people to bring a thumb drive. Okay, well, we'll see. And by the way, this poll that we asked, do you agree with Brian's pitch for 5 more minutes in episode 1? Over 100 people voted, and 87% picked yes. There you go. Brian, you're
yes.
point there. There you go.
Well done, everyone.
I love it. Okay, let's jump back in. I know we're tackling some more. These look like this is a fun one. I think this first content creation how-to, that's a really fun one for those of us that create content, about the Wheel of Time, and it's one of those like, am I gonna be there at that one, or go to the G trial, or 5 Minutes of Heaven? Yeah, maybe talk about the trial piece here, Rebecca.
Yeah, so this is actually, I want to make sure I'm not mixing myself up with another panel. So I can't read what you have on there, so I'm just like double checking on my list because it's similar to another one. I want to make sure I'm mixing up. So, okay. We're trying to do like in-world scenarios. This one should be kind of fun, right? So it's sort of like a mock trial. The panel members are going to be either, plaintiff or accused or defense, some sort of in-world scenario. And then there's a moderator who's going to be the judge, the audience can be the jury. So, I'm trying to think of like the scenarios are going to like come up, it's going to be a little bit of you got to go on the fly with it. So I'm not going to give you the exact scenario because I don't know what it's going to be. Yeah. But something along the lines of, one faction, suing another faction, so in the Wheel of Time. Now I'm totally blanking. I can't even think of a good example. I'm so sorry. No, but but we're going to have a bunch of different it's going to be interactive, and and so there's sort of, we try to do some more interactive and creative things like that, little role playing and that kind of thing.
Yeah, that was a main. I'm sorry. No. I was just going to say that's a main push for us, is to have everything be as interactive rather than having a couple people talking at the group. Yeah, but try to get it to be as interactive as possible, because that's just more fun. Yeah. And
I know that's not to give anything away, but I know that as the MC and as we prepare for this, that's definitely on our minds, right? That this is a really interactive experience, and so it's gonna be fun to I can't wait. I can't believe it's 4 weeks away. That's crazy,
right? We get to all see each other again in 4 weeks. It's exciting.
It's gonna be awesome. Okay, so I think there are like one or two more left, and then we can kind of tackle some more questions. But this one, I love the Old Tongue script workshop. I remember who was it? I was interviewing at the time. I think it was during the trailer, the trailer watch party. Lauren Balfe came on, and I asked him, like, because they did songs in the Old Tongue, like if he knew how to speak the Old Tongue, and he's like, no. So I love the idea that maybe we'll be learning some stuff here. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
So we have some fans who are like expert with it. So this is where we're going to learn from them, and you get to, again, you can get to sort of participate here and try to learn something yourself if you attend that one.
Oh, by the way, what if a mix-up of loony theories, charades, and spoof panelists will compete to find the best version of random what-if scenarios picked by the moderator? I like it. I like that twist on loony theories. Whoever came up with that, well done. That's great. Okay, of all these panels so far you've seen, Brian, have any stuck out? I'll give you this kind of last. I think this is the last, basically the last screenshot.
Yeah.
Of all the panels so far, which
of
one's
all of them?
to you? Yeah.
Honestly, Min's viewings and the unexplained viewings, dreams, and prophecies, I think is so interesting.
Yeah.
Because I constantly, more than anything else, that's what I go back to. So like, go check. And I would love to hear other people's thoughts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That one's gonna be a good one. For you, Nae'blis, is there one standing out?
I think actually there's a lot of really cool. I love the mock trial debate panels. I think those are going to be a lot of fun. I'm also really excited for all the 5 minutes in heaven, because I feel like we all have great ideas here, and I always, when I hear other people's ideas, I always go, "Ooh, that would have been really good." So I'm excited for a lot of these, but probably the 5 minutes in heaven.
Yeah, the origins of what, that one's good. This one, there was a discussion, obviously, this is with Michael Livingston and the book that's coming out. And this would be a fun one to kind of revisit again, because this is just a conversation that's beginning at this point. I just hope everyone, I'm going to make another plug for this. Origins of the, whatever, I guess it's called, Origins of the Wheel of Time, Legends and Mythologies that Inspired Robert Jordan. If you have not pre-ordered it, please go do it. And that's for all of fandom. It's a gift to fandom if you pre-order this, because if this is extremely popular, I can imagine, again, who knows, but I can imagine if this is extremely popular, that Tor would be like, hey, Michael Livingston, do you want to go back and do another study of Robert Jordan's notes and do more, investigation and come out with a second book? That's my hope. Beyond the fact that you'll love the book, I'm sure, because it's Michael Livingston looking into Robert Jordan's notes, getting more kind of more book content, it can only be a positive for fandom. So that's my plug. Please go buy it. If anyone wants to go to the book loft with me in the morning, a Diggity apparently.
So let me give the context for that.
Yeah, what's the context of that?
The book loft is a very famous bookstore here in Columbus. That's kind of a cool place. When Daniel lived in Columbus, this was like his favorite place to go. So he did a lot of videos touring the book loft. So that's probably where a lot of people are going to recognize that. It's a cool bookstore. It's just kind of a
cool.
I want to go.
Yeah, now I want to go. Yeah, there sounds like
yeah.
And then this is the last one we're going to talk about tonight. Other stories Watt fans love. This one says, as fans of the Wheel of Time, it is probably a safe assumption we all enjoy both reading books and interesting stories. In this panel, Watt fans will introduce other stories they enjoy. Perhaps you'll discover your next obsession here. That's a fun way to, again, kind of like Wheel of Time, but non-Wheel of Time related. I like that a lot. Rebecca, should fans assume the ones they saw tonight on the screen, and by the way, for those of you that are not looking and seeing the screen, I apologize I didn't read off each one of the names of these panels. So I'll try to go and add some details, or you can go to WatCon.com here, it sounds like, and you'll be able to get access to these panels. But should fans assume these are the panels, or are there other panels potentially coming? I know you said there's a fourth room.
There is a fourth room, yeah. So, I mean, yes, but asterisk. So again, I mean, we've certainly put a lot of thought into, what we want to have for our panels. Could there be a little change in this lineup for various reasons? There could be, right? Like, depending on availability of panelists, we might decide to, swap out one for the other. So, for example, there is a panel that is on this list that we don't think we can get strong enough panelists for. Maybe we'll swap that out and put in some of the other ideas that we have. So, that's possible.
Gotcha.
And then there will be some additional things there, because what you saw here doesn't cover for panels for every, time slot that we have. There is that fourth room where there will be, again, like live podcast recordings or other, content creation happening. So
fun.
For instance, TVAD will be recording.
Nice.
So we'll be recording. I'm sure there will be. I know. I want to say. Takaran Riyadh will be recording. Black Tower will be recording. So anybody,
Watching is going to happen.
Yeah. So there's other. We didn't put those in the panels because we're not sure where they all sit. All of these are subject to change. That's the asterisk that goes with all of this. But we wanted to make sure we got all this information out so people could kind of get excited about what we're going to be talking about. The only other thing I'll add though is, the panels are one thing. I mean, we're setting these up to be interactive, that they have a lot of fun. What I'm really excited about for this is just the chances to be with people and talk Wheel of Time. So these are just examples or ways for us to prompt conversation. And we really want this to be a kind of hangout atmosphere. And that's why we're eating during one of the main sessions together. Things like that. Like, we want to be able to bring people together. So even if you're like, I don't know if I have any friends that are Wheel of Time people, most of us didn't. This is a very welcoming community, and we're trying to set that up so that you could come to this if you know nobody. You're going to know who we are. You can come say hi to us. We would love to talk to you. And there will be obviously tons and tons of other people there. So I'm just really looking forward to seeing everybody again.
Yeah.
On that note, I've met none of you in person. I literally don't know anybody. Okay,
some
of you guys might know my face and you might recognize me, but so you got to come talk to me if you see me there, because I don't know anybody, guys. None of you.
I think you'll be surprised how many people you know, though, Rebecca, because it'll be like,
that's exciting that this will be.
Yeah, because I haven't been to a Wheel of Time convention. So.
Yeah,
cool.
This will be a lot of fun. And again, this is the first one. I remember going to the first JordanCon, for example, and it's fun to have seen that kind of evolve. But being at the first con, if this makes sense, like, we'd go to a panel and then we would just stand in the hallway for like an hour talking about another topic, and we'd be in a panel and you'd step on the hallways were just full of people because they'd just like leave a panel and just chat more about the Wheel of Time. And so I can't wait to kind of experience what WatCon's first con is going to be like. It's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you very much for inviting me to be the MC. That's going to be a blast. And I don't know, I saw this question out there, said, Dusty, will you be doing a stream from WatCon? It depends if Taylor makes it. If Taylor does not make it out to WatCon, I may actually be just running around doing like little mini vlogs or something the entire time. Like, there'll be a certain freedom to what I do because I won't be necessarily streaming. I'll just be like crashing other people's streams and basically making a nuisance of myself, I'm sure. So maybe it'd be better if Taylor did come. I'll work on that. I'll work on that for people that are worried. And I did see this, Oliver's Ears. Do we sign up for panels or just show up? I think
we had gone back and forth on this question because part of it is going to be room availability. But I think what we're going to do is just have you show up. We had gone back and forth, like I said, about having folks sign up for it ahead of time. I do think there's some, we may approach that again next year. In terms of registering for the panels. That way we kind of have an idea of head count, and we know if one of the panels has no interest whatsoever that we can replace it. But I think at this point we're just going to use room capacity. Room capacity is going to be an issue for some of these panels, and so some of them obviously will be full, and I think the great part about this is everybody who buys a ticket, and including the virtual, which we'll get to talking about here in a second, everybody is going to have access to all of the panels. So even if you can't get into one of them, you're going to be able to go back and watch it if you've purchased a ticket. So that's I think a possible.
Very cool. By the way, okay, so let's talk virtual ticket here just a moment. For those of you that want to call in, if you have a question, you certainly can. Let me throw that up there. For those of you who don't know, this is a live call-in talk show. We haven't done call-ins in a while. So it is 1-313-825-5968. That's 1-313-825-5968. Give us a call if you have a question about WatCon. Try to keep your questions to WatCon. Not that we won't say hi to you, but please do call in while you have access to these wonderful people here to talk about this convention. But we will also take questions. If you have a question in chat, feel free to @ me in chat, and that way I will be easier to see your question and maybe get the answer to that. But while we wait for anyone that might want to call in and talk to us, see if there's anybody there. Let's talk. I know we have this screen. Let me show this. So because I know people are asking this question, virtual tickets on sale within the week. So is that just something? How can they just make sure they know when that's happening? Do they just follow social media? Go on Discord? Where should people follow WatCon?
The very best way to do this is going to be to follow the Wheel of Time social media, or not the Wheel of Time, the WatCon social media accounts. So our crack team of Jess, the Amerlin Seat, and Critter, they do an amazing job with our social media. That's the best way to get WatCon news. So make sure you follow that. The virtual ticket, I believe, is going to be $30. And we're going to try here. And I want to set, before anybody gets excited, this has been part of the reason that we have been delaying releasing this is what we don't want to do is overpromise what we're able to deliver on that. Because there's a lot of technical things required to try to do that. And so here's what we've arrived at. We're going to try to live stream more, but here's what we're committing to for the virtual ticket. We are going to live stream the main sessions. Okay. So that'll be the main sessions that Matt is emceeing. And then we are going to record the panels and then post them after the fact. So that is that's what we're able to commit to doing from a tech standpoint, to make it feasible. We're going to try to make the audio in the panels as best as we can. But again, there are no guarantees that it's going to be like Dusty Wheel studio quality audio. So I just want to be like, I want to make sure before you buy that ticket that you know what you're buying. Right. I mean,
people have heard the live stream audio in live streams at JordanCon. If you didn't hear those, it's not like it's studio quality. It's
right.
It's just the audio you get. So okay, so that's a good context for everyone out there. If you're buying a virtual ticket, know that this is going to be a work in progress, and that it sounds like the WatCon team is going to do their best to bring you access to those panels, whether or not live or pre-recorded, and we'll do their best to bring some quality to that. Anything else about virtual ticket that fans might want to know before we jump on to maybe some other fan questions here?
The only thing I would add is this: if you're waffling between, hey, I could possibly attend or I could buy the virtual ticket, I would say attend, because the experience, the content's great, but honestly, all of us will vouch that the reasons that we love going to JordanCon, even though the content's amazing, right? It's the draw is getting to be with people. Yeah. I keep coming back to that. Is I think you walk away with great friends. That's just my experience with it. And so I feel like that if you can be there in person, definitely try to stay in the hotel. Brian will attest to that.
Been there.
Right. But that experience is worth it. But if you're not able to make it this year, I think that the virtual ticket is going to be a great experience, because you get to see all of it and you'll have access to all the content behind the scenes as much as we can give you.
And
I just
there'll
wanted
be a
to
Discord server that you can join as well. So that helps you connect.
Maybe speak to that, the Discord server idea. Like what? Because I saw a lot of fans asking that question about Discord. Basically, there's a server that they can access just during the con itself, but only if they're a virtual ticket, kind of, or
any ticket holder,
Okay.
virtual or not, can be part of the Discord server. So that's a way, like, I pointed out mainly in terms of the virtual attendees, because you might be missing a little bit of that social interaction, but through that Discord server, you can, maybe connect with other fans that way, as part of the participating in the program that way. We're going to try to make that as interactive as we can.
And I want to point this out because, obviously the guests, Daniel Green here, which many of you know, and then Kate Redding and Michael Kramer, of course. What I would say about kind of first year cons, what's great is the access to the guests and having time to kind of ask your questions and not feeling like there's everyone's too busy to talk or something to that effect. So I love if you ever had a question for Kate Redding and Michael Kramer, this would be a great time to meet them and ask them your question. I think it's great as far as those guys are great. I don't know. I'm trying to think if I've met them in person.
Or making them do some like fun stuff, right? It's not just, we're not going to try to get them out of their comfort zone and make them,
if you know much about them, they're actually extremely fun people. Sure. So they're excited about it. I've been interacting with all of them, with Daniel and with Mike and Kate here recently, to kind of solidify their, arrangements for flights and hotel rooms and things of that nature. But they're very excited. This is the very first in-person con that Mike and Kate have ever done.
Really?
Very first.
Wow. That's wild.
I had no idea.
They've done virtual before, but they've never done in person. And they're actually really excited. So I want to mention this now because I don't know. We're going to try to get them on the Dusty Wheel before the con, but if that doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. But one of the things that they are very excited about is their charity books for prisoners. And I know that they have offered this up. They said for a very small donation, they will record your voicemail or your, they'll read something for you and record it, let you record it. Like, they're super big. They're just big sports with that, and they're going to be a lot of fun.
So come prepared to ask them to record for you, but with the donation.
Yeah, I mean, again,
I'm
they're
so
doing
excited
that.
they're coming.
Yep. I saw your question there, and I have to say, so Daniel did offer. I was texting him earlier, and he's like, I was telling him I've got COVID, and then he offered. He's like, hey, because Daniel's a good dude. He's like, hey man, I'm sorry. Can I help you with anything? I'll buy you a pizza or ice cream. Can I get you either of those? And I'm thinking in my head, if I picked ice cream, does that mean I won't get it?
I know that's a good question. We should ask them that. By the way, I see this question or this comment from the Bard of the Red Hand. He said, WatCon panelist survey. And I believe he said, the Bard said, this is a survey to be a panelist. So let me know how this works. So anyone that's planning on attending, is that the idea that they can go fill this out, or how does this work? And maybe explain that, Rebecca.
Yeah. So on that, I mean, we're in right now, working on trying to invite the panelists that we really want to see to participate in these and get those filled in. But certainly if you are attending and you feel like I have that skill, that interest, and I want to be on a panel, I have things to say, we do have a survey that you can fill out. And so
cool.
We'll definitely be looking at any of those responses to try to fill in.
So if you're here and interested, I will and Bard of the Red Hand, make sure that I get that link afterwards, and I can throw that into the description of the video at the very least. So we have one caller right now, so let's bring the caller into the show and see what they have to say. Hey, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. Who's this?
Great Innkeeper, as always. I raise my mug to you, sir.
Cheers.
And of course, Nae'blis and Recappa, what's up? And Rebecca, hello. Raise my glass to you three people, great people, and of course everyone in chat. Whoop, whoop.
Norm, thank you very much for being our first caller at the new temporary, not season 2 set here at the Dusty Wheel. I appreciate that. That's awesome, man. Welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. So Norm, do you got a question? Did you call just to basically remind us how much we love you, or do you have a question about the con?
Oh no, it's not. It's okay. Contrary to popular belief, it's not always about me. Okay. Okay, that's Recappa's territory because it's always about her, and that's good. So you do you, kid. You do you. All right, no, but seriously, I have a suggestion for year 2 since I know you got year 1 pretty much already locked down.
Okay.
So here's a suggestion for year 2 panel. Play devil's advocate. Okay. Which of the Superboys is the worst? And you can do the same thing for the Supergirls. Which one is the worst? Like, Nynaeve is the worst of the Supergirls because ... Just have a big, huge fest on why those people are the worst of who they are. Because we already know, everyone's going to say that, Nynaeve is their favorite or Gwen's their favorite and so on and so forth. But let's just play a big, huge devil's advocate game of why they are horrible and evil people and they should die.
See, the only problem there,
wow,
Norm, the only problem there is those answers are too obvious. It's
I was
very
going to say
clearly
Elaine's the worst.
It's very clearly Elaine and Matt.
Elaine's the worst. Like, there's no way anyone would say anyone but Elaine when you're looking at those girls. But I love the idea. If you rule out Elaine, I think then it's a great contest.
Well, there you go. You have to take out the obvious because I personally at least can do an entire hour on why Rand is the worst. So,
By the way,
should
Daniel no, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I can also, contrary to a lot of, this is going to break fans' heart. I know one in particular, Critter, why Egwene is the worst. So, I can also do an hour on that. So, sorry, Critter, love you, girlfriend, but I can rant on that. So,
I love that you're. Are you prepping to come out for if we have another WatCon next year? Are you planning on being there, Norm? Or are you committing to that right now? Yes or no?
Yes or no. That's it. I only get 2 things. I would lean towards yes. If that was definitely a panel, I would definitely lean towards yes. Bring on the hate. I will take it.
I will be there, Norm. If you're going to be there, I will be there. Hey, Norm, it's awesome hearing your voice, man. No, honestly, thank you for being our first caller. As we came back here, we've been out for 3 weeks. It was awesome to hear your voice when I asked who this was. So have a good evening, and I appreciate the suggestion, man. We'll talk to you soon.
Hey, you guys take care, and Tyshar family hatch.
Tyshar, Norm. Good night. So almost 100 of you voted on this one, and Daniel apparently does. He needs to bring ice cream for everybody. I don't know. He's kind of slacking on that. Okay, I saw some questions here. Panelists, is there a children's ticket? What say you, WatCon?
There is not.
Okay.
Primarily because a couple things. It's not that we hate kids, but I do.
That's what everyone was thinking.
That's gonna be the
Nae'blis
soundbite.
kids.
Everyone's gonna take that's not out and then be like, we hate kids. That's what's gonna happen.
But I will say we are planning, I would say, not so family friendly content. I mean, not that it's absurd or obscene or anything, but it's not necessarily geared towards bringing your 13-year-old.
Breaking news, full nude panels. I forgot to mention that before.
The Innkeeper will be emceeing in the buff.
This is not going to happen. Ever.
It's going down.
Ever.
It's happening.
You heard it here. You heard it here.
Yeah, we've all talked about it.
Yeah,
we've all talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not again that we're trying to push out kids, but it's probably not designed for children. It's probably the idea.
Okay, that's a good answer for everybody out there. Okay, so for those of you that are in chat, and I probably missed some of your questions, I'm going to go back and see if I can't find any questions. Did any of the 3 of you following chat see a question you want to answer for fans here?
I'm just going to say this out loud because I answered it for Sherbert Mango in the chat, but for anyone that wasn't following that, they wanted to know, are the panelists for each panel going to be announced? And so once we have the panelists confirmed, yes, you will know who the panelists are going to be for each panel. So that maybe that'll help you make a decision. I don't know.
So yeah, there you go. That's a good point here.
I mean,
by
for
the way-
instance, you know, if
Yeah, go
Nae'blis is on a panel, you're probably going to cross that one off, right?
Right. Correct. Correct.
That would do.
And by the way, Ryan Tim's poker night is not turning into strip poker night. No.
That you know.
Correct.
Well, I'm out then.
That you know.
I'm out then. I'm not playing.
Yeah. Everyone's now tied onto your idea. Who will be the panelists for the all-nude panel?
That one's going to be a surprise. So, you know, you're not going to know on that one. It's just, you know, you're going to have to take a chance. You know, maybe you'll.
To reveal.
Guys, I think this is a good
We
time
live
to
for a
also.
reveal.
I think this is a good time to release this information too. The Dusty Wheel OnlyFans account will be making its debut at the con. So
it's all Taylor's calves. That's what it is. It's just a calf live stream.
Yes.
It's just pictures of calves.
And
too hot for the internet.
Just arms crossed under breasts also. Like
Arms
nothing
under-
else.
Oh, yeah.
Arms crossed
under, yeah. I like it. Arms under breasts and calves. That would be a very on point for like a Wheel of Time OnlyFans account. So.
That should be like a Wheel of Time calendar, yeah. Just calves and arms under breast.
Will there be a sweat tent room? Yeah, see?
If we have a naked panel, I definitely think it should be called the sweat tent. I mean, I think that's
100%.
great.
Do you think WatCon 2 should have an all-nude panel? There we go. There's your poll, everybody. I was asking there should be a poll question. There you go. Nae'blis is like...
Maybe the game room should just be the sweat tent. Like, you want to play a game of chess? You just go in there, you know, be free.
There we go. Okay. So how about... Yes. So I want to jump back to this. I saw someone ask this. What is everyone? I'm kind of curious of those that are watching right now, whether or not you're going to be attending here in person. You saw kind of the programming there. I'm kind of curious what your panel you're looking forward to. I know I asked a couple of you, but I didn't ask you, Rebecca. What panel of all the ones, because you're heavy into scheduling this, what are you looking forward to most?
Okay. So, I mean, I think I kind of said this before, but I am really excited for all the 5 Minute in Heaven panels, because I think that is just, there's going to be so much fun, you know, fun ideas, things that you know, you won't have thought of. Everyone's going to have their own very different ideas. So I'm excited for that. And yeah, I think I'm excited for a lot of the audience interactive, you know, some of the in-character, you know, debates and things like that. I'm excited for that too. But you know, I also like I get nerdy and excited about speculating about how, you know, season 2 is going to be adapted. So, you know, that
Rebecca,
panel's right up my alley.
You're breaking the whole rule here. I said, which one are you looking forward to? You can't pick all of the panels.
You can't ask the person who put the whole panel schedule to pick just one. They're like
one?
children, and you want me to pick one of my children.
You did the right thing, which is a programming head. You were like, I'm going to make sure everyone knows how cool the programming is. I was like, which one would you like? You're like, we're going to have 4 tracks.
This
There's
one,
amazing
this
stuff.
one,
You know? Exactly. I love it. So I do see another caller here. I'm going to end this poll. There's not any nude paneling, everybody, as much as you might have wanted it. Or
that
not
you know.
That you know.
That has been planned yet.
But by the way, let's kind of just revisit all the things we've learned tonight in a very kind of summary way. You still can get a ticket right now until, I believe you said the 17th or 18th. Is that correct?
You can technically get them. You can technically get them even later than that. It's just if you do buy a VIP after like the 17th or 18th, then you probably won't get your shirt.
Gotcha.
The ticket.
Okay.
So,
but you're not going to need it for the nude panel. So it's
right.
But they have to, if I remember correctly, because I want to mix these two things together. But there will be a cutoff date for getting your vaccination records in. Are people going to? So there's no like day of registration. Is that correct? There'll be a final date of registration, or how does that work?
I mean, if you're there and you've got a vaccination card and you want to pay, we're probably going to take you. But but I will say it is. We are going to be pretty strict on the vaccination. You know, having proof of that. So that is not something that if you show up and you don't have it, that we're just going to say, whatever, because there are people attending that are attending with the understanding that it is everybody being vaccinated, because there are folks that are concerned about that, and rightfully so. There was a major outbreak after JordanCon, so we are going to hold fast to that rule. If you show up and you do not have your vaccination records done, you will not be able to get in.
Okay. But yeah, and so if you want to know when the last time you can order, at least order a ticket online, if you want to be following all of the WatCon's channels to make sure that you know the last time, but don't wait, just go order a ticket now. That way you don't have to worry about any final dates when these things can happen. And it sounds like there is a kind of a cutoff here for VIP coming up shortly in order to get that t-shirt, if you will. So let's jump in there now. I will admit to this. I've been like, yeah, I can totally wait as long as I need to, because I'm going. And so I'm going to go get my ticket right after this, too. I'm going to take my own advice and make sure that I don't miss out on the T-shirt, because I don't want to miss out on the T-shirt.
Sure.
Okay. And for those of you that came late, there's a virtual ticket that will go on sale soon. And that was estimated to be around $30. And it will, when you buy the ticket, they will have a better, at the time they buy the ticket, will it be kind of clear what they're going to get from a virtual ticket? Or is that still kind of a moving?
No, I mean, that's going to be pretty much what I said. It's going to be that, the main sessions will be live streamed, and then all of the other, as much of the other content that we can record, we're going to try to record every single session. What I cannot guarantee to everybody is great quality audio. We're going to do our best with it, but we're not a professional production company, and nor do we have the funds to to do that. So it's it's one of those things where we're going to do our best. I just don't want somebody to buy the ticket. If that's going to upset you, don't buy the virtual ticket. Know that it will not be perfect. It will not be super pretty, but we're going to get as much in there as we can. We're going to live stream it. We're going to post up all the content that we can behind the scenes, and you'll have access to that. So hopefully that'll be enjoyable.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we have another caller. This is probably the last call we take this evening, or maybe we might sneak another caller in if you're still anxious to kind of give us a question. But let's bring our next caller in. Hey, welcome to the Dusty Wheel. Who's this?
Hi, it's Oliver's Ears.
Oliver's Ears, how you doing?
I'm doing well. So many questions, but first of all, congrats on the move.
Thank you.
Hope it went smoothly and all that.
Yeah, I appreciate it. We are in our new house. For those of you who are curious, we actually did move. This is not the same location for the walls you see behind me. I promise. It wasn't a joke, but that would have been a funny joke. That would have been funny, but it's not.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So Oliver, Ears, what's going on? What can we answer for you?
Well, a few questions, but first of all, Nae'blis, thank you very much for downplaying the virtual. Obviously, over-promising and under-delivering is a bad thing. So I think that's very smart of you, and I just hope the whole con goes well. I will luckily be there, thank goodness. I had a few questions. First of all, the panels, are they set up, or first of all, how long are they in general? And or do they all start at pretty much the same time, or are there overlaps, or how are the panels working out?
Okay.
That's a great question. So I'll let Rebecca answer that one.
So the panels are 1 hour long each, and we'll have at any given time, so that initial overview that you were showed like a length of time that panels are running. And, so for that first hour of that time spot, there'll be 4 panels happening at the same time. So you have to choose among 4 options what you're going to attend. So for example, starting at 2:40 on Friday, you have 4 panels running for an hour, and then you have a short little gap in between, and then another 4 panels. And then I think there's basically you'll have time for 3 panels in that afternoon block between the opening ceremonies and the VIP dinner, because there's another gap of time between the panels ending and the dinner. So at any given time, you have 4 choices of what to attend.
Okay, so we're going to have to go back to high school and run from one class to another then.
we're trying to give you enough time in between, and they shouldn't be crazy far apart that hopefully you're not having to run, with a little bit of time in between.
It's not a massive hotel, so most of the panels will be very near each other. And we're giving, I think it's like 20 minutes. Am I right on that, Rebecca?
It's going to vary a little bit on Friday versus Saturday. Like Saturday, I was able to give like a full half an hour in between each panel. It's a little tighter. I think it's 20 minutes, but don't asterisk on that one again. Also,
don't quote me just yet on that. Yeah. Okay.
So it's a little bit less time between panels on
Friday.
On Friday.
Okay.
Okay, so if we need to go to our locker / the bar, we're good.
Yes. If you need to go to your locker, you should have some time there. Yeah.
Cool.
Okay.
That's a great question.
And for the panels, since we're not necessarily going to be signing up for them, it's obviously going to be first come, first serve. Is that correct?
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah. It could end up where there's standing room in some panels, perhaps. Yeah, that's possible.
Oh,
as long as
so
we're not
they're going to
exceeding
allow standing room.
It'll probably be what's posted on the, any given room is going to have a maximum capacity, which, that's a little bit TBD at this point.
Yeah. Because we're not, I'll tell you this, what we don't have yet is which room each of these panels will be in. That's what we don't have yet. So we're still working with the hotel to understand the capacities for each of the rooms. And so that will probably be something that will be at the event. But like I said, you should be able to get in. If it's too full, it'll be recorded and you can see it after the fact. So
yeah.
What's funny,
excellent.
Albergiers, Anas brought this up. He said choosing panels might be harder than at JCon, it seems. That is something to keep in mind here. This is a Wheel of Time focused convention. And so this is something that happened early in Jordan Cons, where there was like multiple Wheel of Time things happening, all the time. So, in this case, you're going to be picking between the Wheel of Time and the Wheel of Time and the Wheel of Time and the Wheel of Time every hour. So yeah, that is a bit more of a quandary that maybe some didn't have.
And then you're gonna come find me and yell at me for scheduling things at the same time.
Sorry, but go ahead, Albergiers. Would you have another question?
Well, actually, I think that's it with the questions. Hopefully it answered some questions other people may have had. Yeah. And if I missed some, which I'm sure I did, but I hope that helps everyone else. Following up on Lancer's comment, perhaps we could focus on the best and the worst of the secondary and tertiary characters next year, because there are so many to choose from. And I don't think it would be quite as contentious as the Superboys and Supergirls.
Yeah, I like the idea. Hey, Albergiers, awesome to hear from you, and I can't wait to honestly be using or to play Wheel of Game Time for the first time with the wheel. So looking forward to that. That hopefully will be in the next month or so. Before maybe the con, we'll have to do a Wheel of Game Time show. Well, Albergiers, have a good evening, and sounds like we'll be seeing you soon.
All right, you too, and thank you all. You're wonderful, and I follow all of you. Have a great evening. Bye.
Excited to see you.
See you. Bye bye. I did see a question about attendees. I'm gonna leave it to WatCon. As far as like giving details about numbers of attendees and all these things, I'm sure that there'll be some kind of post-con, like how many people showed up, etc. So if you want to reach out to them afterwards or during the time, Nae'blis and others can decide if that's something they want to share with.
Well, to give everybody an idea right now, I anticipate, just based on our numbers, that we're going to be somewhere between, like right now we're at about. So I haven't looked at the actual number here recently, but it's going to be somewhere around 250 to 300 people would be my guess.
There you go. So yeah,
which for this size hotel is just about right. So yeah.
It reminds me of a similar. I want to say the first Jordan Con was about like 300 or 250, 300, something like that. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. Again, from a kind of just really intimate perspective, we get to go and find a seat and chat with people the entire time and get to know there's not like so many people around. There's a lot of fun. So those are going. It'll be quite the experience for you for sure. And I saw that was a question. When's the Dusty Wheel Con? There's not. I don't anticipate a Dusty Wheel Con. That would be a lot of planning that I would much rather these fine folks do for WatCon. That is a lot of work. If you've never seen the work that goes on behind a convention, it is extreme, and I'm excited. Well done, and just cheers to all of those who've been planning WatCon for a first con. I love to see all these pieces coming together. Can't believe it's 4 weeks away. I'm sure everyone that's involved in WatCon is freaking out a little bit at this point. Because 4 weeks is not much, and it'll be here really, really fast. Tell me, Brian, what's your level of freaking out, or just pure excitement? Are you more towards the excitement side, or freaking out?
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, it's actually nice to be getting to this point where we can see the light at the end of the tunnel and actually get excited instead of just doing all the stuff. So just like now and I'm actually able to see what it's going to be a little bit, and I'm really stoked. It's going to be fun.
Yeah. Nae'blis, are you geared towards the excitement of it?
Oh, I'm not going.
He's not there.
I'm not gonna be
whatever there. DJ Nae'blis.
No, I'm super excited for it. Like I said, I feel like I sound like a broken record here. The whole genesis for all of this was just a chance for us all to hang out again after we had so much fun at JordanCon. So it was just kind of why don't we do another one of these? And I sound like I'm less. Yeah, I'm really excited about our content. So I want to be very clear on that. But what I'm most excited for is just to get to see you guys again, to get to hang out with people. I just think that that ends up being the most fun stuff, and to have folks that like I recognize all of the people in the chat, and I can put faces to names and say I've given them a hug, or right, like that is I just think that's a lot of fun, so it's exciting, and that's what I'm looking forward to.
Yeah, great point. This is another question that came in. Is food and drink allowed in the panel rooms? Anybody know? Are we going to be able to eat and drink in a panel room?
Should be. Yeah, it should be.
Probably.
I haven't. That would be a hotel thing if it wasn't. So.
But it does seem like they probably don't care. It's not like they're trying to sell you their own snacks or something.
Well, they are actually, but.
Well, they are, but yeah.
No,
but
they
then
absolutely
you
are.
can sell them and eat them in there. Yeah, so maybe it works. Yeah.
Okay, this is an important question to end on here for the night. Ryan Timms, can you ask what Nae'blis' DJ name is? Now, Nae'blis, don't tell us. I want to see some options here in chat for a DJ name for Nae'blis. And Nae'blis is already taken. You can't have that one. That one was mine. I want to hear your DJ names for Nae'blis before he may or may not reveal what that is to us. And Taylor is right here back to do a mug giveaway. That's right. You don't even have to remind me this time. We're not going to end the show without a mug giveaway. So Taylor's going to put that into chat here for those that stuck around all the way to the end. That's amazing. Thank you very much for being with us. We're back again here at the Dusty Wheel. I like how Taylor kind of mixed some of. I don't know if you know that the TDW behind us was kind of something Taylor added to the set when we had Lauren and Omar at the Dusty Wheel, and we kind of switched over a second camera, and you could see behind him, and that's some. I like what Taylor did to kind of give us a little temp space. I guess this is Dusty Wheel 1.5. Is that accurate, Taylor? What is that? Or 0.5. Have you added that to the chat yet? It feels like it's taken a while.
I was gonna ask you.
Oh yeah.
Wait, so you can get the Nae'blis thing.
No. Oh, you're saying okay, yeah. DJ Darkside, Jay Bliss. Wow, all of us here is DJ Bald and Bold. I like DJ Nae'blis. I like that one. DJ Nibbles. You guys seeing any ones? What are your favorite ones here? We got to pick his name here. DJ Trolloc. Okay, Brian, you got to come up with one you like. Rebecca, Nae'blis.
I like Nibbles.
I'll pick. Nibbles is yours. Okay.
I think Nibbles feels right. Yeah.
Nabe spins. I like that. Rebecca, you need to come up with one. That's our last kind of poll
I have to
of the
come
night.
up with one?
No, like you have to pick one from the options here, or come up with your own. So, and Nae'blis, you can pick one too. Do you have your favorite, Nae'blis?
Well, I'll tell you, my favorite has been DJ Trolloc. I think that's fun, but DJ Nibbles is great. I'll tell you what my real one is, though.
No, don't tell us just
No.
yet. We're
Are
picking.
you sure?
It's about to be
Yeah,
DJ Nibbles, so
So it's Nae'blis, and we got Trolloc. Rebecca, which one did you like here? Naughty Naebs, vinyl
Oh,
wheel.
boy.
DJ
DJ Bliss.
I thought if we're being serious, like DJ Darkside sounds cooler.
DJ
but,
Darkside. Okay.
But on the other hand, DJ Nibbles. So you kind of have to go with that.
Nibbles, Darkside, Trolloc. I like DJ Taylor. Did you like one of these that showed up?
I like Bald and Bold.
Bald and Bold. Okay, those are our 4 options. What should Nae'blis, or what should DJ Nae'blis be called? Here we go. While people are getting the raffles in, we have DJ Trolloc, DJ Nibbles. Is that what it was? And
yes.
DJ Darkside, and DJ Bald and Bold. Okay.
Good noms.
Bald and Bold. Here we go. So what should DJ Nae'blis be called? And we'll find out from Nae'blis what the actual name is here. While people are, again, kind of entering the raffle for, we're doing a lot of stuff right now. Mug raffle. Okay, Nae'blis, did anyone get it right?
No.
Or what's your DJ name?
So my DJ name is, you guys are actually going to be surprised because I'm actually pretty famous. It's DJ Khaled.
That's exactly what it is.
No, actually, you're gonna laugh. I actually don't have a DJ name. So I did.
Oh wow!
I do a lot of weddings. So, or at least I don't anymore. But I used to do tons and tons of weddings, and you're not exactly there to mix it up and do club dancing. So,
yeah. And they're not going to hire you for your wedding if you're DJ Darkside. They probably don't want that.
I would.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think after today, whatever wins this poll, you need to put it on your business card. You need to be like, I'm
yeah.
DJ Nibbles, and I'm here to work a wedding.
Let's do it.
Wow, DJ Nibbles is winning this thing. It's basically going to win this.
'Cause it's the
So that one's pretty hard.
Yeah, Taylor's, by the way, let's give him a second to recognize this. People are still entering. So you have a minute. By the time you hear this, you actually have 40 seconds to enter this raffle for the mug giveaway. If you don't, Taylor will cut you off there, and that's it. No more options to join. DJ Nibbles for the win. Just about 100 of you voted on this, and DJ Nibbles got 49%. That's your name.
Everyone.
Sounds good.
Doesn't have a name. That is DJ Nibbles.
It's official.
It's official. That should be on your lanyard. So, that's a great question. That's a question I saw. Lanyards, ribbons. Can people expect to have space for con ribbons if they're bringing some?
You should. Yes, you'll have we'll have lanyards. They're 3x5 or 3x5. So it's about the same size as your Jordan Con.
Okay. Something similar to the Jordan Con ones. Okay, so you can bring your ribbons, and if you have no idea what I'm talking about with con ribbons, just look it up. Did you have one there, Nae'blis, you can show us?
This is from 2 years ago, but yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so there's your there's the con ribbons that kind of go at the bottom there. Those were a lot of fun. They got kind of absurd at Jordan Con.
Yes, they did.
Everyone brought one. That I think there was a young kid who actually, if I'm not mistaken, like made a blanket out of these things, or like basically like a cloak, if you will. So that's how ridiculous it got. Okay, Taylor, go ahead and close that out. Did you? What's the what's their chance? Give them their chance. Yeah. What? 66 of you entered, so this is a pretty good chance. 1 out of 66 is that's real there, man. So pick a winner. Let's see who it is. And the winner of the mug giveaway tonight is Wild Gardenia. Welcome. Congratulations. You won the giveaway, the mug giveaway tonight. So yeah, thank you very much. You know how to get a hold of us. Please do just chat us on Discord or whatever it is. I'm still looking for when Zazzle sells these, or the stuff's on sale. I haven't looked recently, so I'm trying to find that. So a lot of people have not received a mug for like the last month or two. I was also moving, so there's that excuse. But we will get you those mugs from the last 2 months here soon. So congrats again, Wild Gardenia. Hey, thank you three for being here. Any final notes, things that came up, things you want to reiterate for people that are still with us and are interested in WatCon?
You didn't ask me if I was more excited or nervous, but
oh my gosh,
I think I'm a little more nervous because I think I will be less nervous and more excited when I know who all my panelists are. So.
Yeah, right. When you kind of dotted the I's and crossed the T's. Absolutely. Yeah. I'll probably be nervous the day of because I get to MC this thing. But until then, easy, just excitement all the way in. So, thank you very much. Again, go check out WatCon.com to learn more about what's coming. Make sure you're following WatCon on social media. Please do share with fans. Again, it's a new con. People aren't used to hearing WatCon as a name. So, go share this information, if you will, with other fans that might be interested and might actually live in the area. I don't know how many people would say, I had no idea JordanCon was happening in Atlanta for the last, 10 years or whatever it is. I lived here the entire time and just had no idea. So please do share with fans that this is happening, and hopefully they will show up and get to know entire fan that maybe I haven't met yet. So, okay, that's it, everybody. Anything else before we go? Last shot, Nae'blis, Brian, Rebecca?
Thanks for having me. I'm very excited for WatCon, and we've got some cool stuff planned. It's going to be cool. I'm excited.
Yeah, absolutely. I can't wait. And Nae'blis, thank you for sticking it out, man. I know you were not feeling well, so
thanks for having me.
Please do get better. And Rebecca, it was awesome seeing you here. It's been too long since you were here at the Dusty Wheel. And so I'm looking forward to seeing you in person in 4 weeks.
Me too.
And maybe Taylor will make it out there. We'll see. For those of you that are curious if Taylor will show up, it's a possibility still. So that's it, everybody. This is the Dusty Wheel. We'll be back again on Wednesdays. I don't see any reason why we won't be back every Wednesday until the con, and maybe a Sunday or two. We'll see. We have to actually put another schedule together. Taylor was like this, so we'll see. That's it. Thank you so much for being here. As we say around here, good night from the Dusty Wheel, and smash to black.
Welcome to the Dusty Wheel.
Hey, welcome back to the Dusty Wheel. You went right to kill it. Look at you. You're all ready. You're just done. I mean, this is like this is one of the biggest scenes.
And now I'm like, great, my turn.
And if you don't like that, and you want to say, well, Robert Jordan could have made the two rivers all white. He could have, but he didn't. So
Just complimented me on my dress, and as you can clearly see, I'm sad.
I see Nakomi as something along the lines of a Shada Haran analog.
It does make sense why it outlasted the breaking.
Yeah.
See, this is why I have Therese in the show, because she's going to correct everything that
Hey everybody, welcome to the Dusty Wheel Show. What? Meme Off Challenge. Yay!
Pair of like baby face mounted on like a huge body. So like all of a sudden,
not just a traditional fantasy, right? There are sci-fi
and
elements.
Just a moment ago, Rafe tweeted something. So let me get my guests in here with me, and
probably I would say put in 70-80% of the work. I got to be over the shoulder and be like, no,